The problem is that Mitchell has always eaten donuts his whole life. Today, he wanted to spice things up and try munchkins for a change. Vin, on the other hand, wanted to apply what he learned in physics to their lunch date. Ooh. He thought it would be fun to throw a munchkin into Mitchell's mouth and find the flight characteristics of the airborne munchkin. Vin's hypothesis is that the position versus time equation will be quadratic and concave down. He also believes that the velocity versus time graph will be linear and negative, not positive. The acceleration versus time graph will be constant and negative 9.8. First, we use a measuring tape to measure the distance between my hand and Mitchell's mouth. The horizontal distance was 1.47 meters. We also used a stopwatch to see how long it would take to reach Mitchell's mouth. That time came out to be 0.55 seconds. Then, we used the final velocity equals v initial plus at equation to find the vertical initial velocity. The initial velocity in the y direction was 2.695 meters per second. We used only half the time because we only needed to find max height, which is half the total height. Then, we used d equals v initial plus 1/2 at squared equation to find the max height. We used the initial velocity we found in half the total time in our equation. The max height came out to be 0.37 meters. This graph right here is the position versus time graph. Vin's hypothesis was correct. It was quadratic and concave down. This graph right here is the velocity versus time graph. It is linear negative like Vin thought. This graph right here is the acceleration versus time graph. It is constant. All of Vin's predictions were correct. Yay! Here is our chart of the characteristics. Before the munchkin reaches its max height, the velocity is negative. When the munchkin is at its max height, the velocity is 0. And after it reaches the max height, the velocity is positive. The acceleration, therefore, is always negative. Between 0 and 0.275 seconds, the direction is up. Between 0.275 and 0.55 seconds, the munchkin is always going down into Mitchell's mouth.